歡迎咧在場咁多位嘉賓同埋在場咁多位嘅傳媒朋友出席今日由 BMW 主辦嘅車手見面會同埋午宴嘅。轉頭嘅時間咧，我哋有機會咧就係同幾位嘅朋友啦，嚟自 BMW Motorsport 嘅車隊朋友傾下偈。包括咧就係男車手 António Félix de Costa 啦，亦都有女車手 Félix Visa 同埋車隊嘅領隊咧 Roger Griffiths。呢個時間俾啲掌聲佢哋3位先好嘛？Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daniel, today's MC. A big welcome to all our honorable guests here to the luncheon of BMW. And we will have a chance to get up close and personal with the BMW Motorsport team. 更高嘅性能，希望咧可以透過 BMW FE18 去為未來嘅電動車用家咧展現何謂電動車㗎。BMW continues to showcase its innovative leadership in electromobility, alongside its pioneering spirit in debut Formula E racing season. For this season, BMW presents the BMW iFE18, which encapsulates the brand's innovative and forward-thinking automotive design. 喺車手上台之前咧，我哋有請 Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Martin Oremes. Martin, please.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. Dear distinguished guests, dear media friends, dear Joseph, Mr. Griffiths, Mr. Costa, welcome here. I'm happy that many of you followed our invitation to come together here, basically to kick off this exciting weekend to come for the Formula E here in Hong Kong.
Thank you very much. 我相信啦，好多朋友啦，同我哋一樣啦，都好期待啦，就係認識幾位嘅車手㗎。今次啦 BMW 將會派出2位嘅車手啦，其中一個咧就係 António Félix de Costa， 今日咧亦都喺度㗎。Hi António，just wait。另外一位咧就係 Alexander Sims 啦，我哋叫咧我叫做 2A 車手啦，一個 Alex 啦，一個咧就 António 啦。António 咧其實喺今季揭幕戰沙地阿拉伯嘅比賽入邊已經贏咗一場冠軍，而喺上一場嘅比賽喺墨西哥城咧，亦都咧就能夠成功企上頒獎台開香檳嘅。António 而家咧亦都啦喺個總成績當中咧排喺第2位。至於咧就係 Alex 啦 ，Alexander Sims 啦，佢係今季 Formula E 嘅 Rookie 啦，但係咧佢喺季前嘅測試當中咧，曾經2日做出最快嘅成績㗎。而車隊 BMW Andretti 車隊亦都咧而家喺總成績咧係企喺高居前3位嘅位置。Well, we are very honoured to have some of the very important and most important persons at the BMW Andretti team here with us. One of the most experienced drivers is António Félix de Costa. He got his debut win and also historic win for the BMW Works team in Saudi Arabia, and he also got on to the podium and finally did the champagne thing in Mexico City. As for the second driver, that's Alexander Sims. He is making a debut in Season 5 in Formula E.
大家好，我係 António Félix de Costa.
大家好，我係 Alexander Sims. It's going to be my first time racing. It's going to be awesome to drive around the harbour area. It's such an iconic place.
So yeah, we're back here in Hong Kong for the Formula E3. It's always been a good track for me, finish always in the top 5. So really looking forward to this year, obviously being here with BMW, and looking forward to the race this Sunday. For Formula on FANBOOST.
校內一票。得閒飲茶。
Roger, come on stage please. 得閒飲茶。Please be seated. Thank you very much. So do you guys know what's the meaning of 得閒飲茶? António? Cheers, yeah, that's pretty much cheers, yes, excellent. António, this is actually the 3rd time that António is in Hong Kong, and I heard that you tried some local food and walk around in Wan Chai in Central. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Sure?
First of all, hi everyone. It's great to be back in Hong Kong.
And yeah, we had a bit of an experience yesterday. Me and Alex walking around town. And yeah, it was a really cool day, to be honest. And then we also got to go to this place for dim sum's lunch.
Yep. Dim sum.
Very busy. And we saw some interesting dishes.
Such as?
Like chicken feet.
Yeah, I checked out your IG story. You didn't try it, right?
No.
Good choice. So what do you like about the food? Any sort of food? Because I heard that you like the chow fan very much, fried rice.
Sorry. Yeah, the fried rice is something that even a lot of people in Europe came to learn how to enjoy that. So that one you have it really well covered. Don't worry about it. And yeah, we enjoy that one, obviously. Yeah.
I hope you're going to bring some of the local food back to your home in Portugal. Roger, your driver, they have a little episode at Marrakesh, right? So the point is to look forward as a team principal. And can I just ask, that little episode, by the way, if you don't know, then I'm not going to tell. You could check on Google, all right? That little episode cost a lot, but what has the team learned from that episode in Marrakesh in terms of strategies and team orders?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for having us here and hosting us in Hong Kong. I'm very pleased to be back with the factory BMW team. So, Marrakesh, it was a tough afternoon for us. We were running 1-2 in the race, and unfortunately there was an on-track incident and both cars lost position, and António went out of the race and Alexander managed to recover and finish fourth. But you know, every time we go racing we learn something, and we learned about being a team, we learned about being a family together, we learned about how to fix the problems, how to look deeper within ourselves, and how to, you know, take stock of what happened and then move on to the next event. I mean, we come from a super successful weekend in Saudi Arabia. We had won the race. António top step of the podium. First time the Gen 2 car had been out there racing. We dominated in testing in Valencia, and then we came crashing down to earth in Marrakesh, quite literally. But you know, it shows the strength of the team, and that we recovered from it. You know, because it's not just the drivers, it's all the engineers, it's all the mechanics, it's everybody in the background that goes to put the car on the racetrack and to do well. And you know, we all have to do our job, and you know, perhaps we as the engineering team could have done a better job in talking to the drivers could have done a better job in communicating to us, but you know, we learn from it, we move on. We've won together in Saudi, we lost together in Marrakesh, but we picked ourselves up, we went to Santiago, and that was, you know, the next event. So, and you saw last race out in Mexico City, second spot on the podium. I think only 4 tenths away from winning it, weren't we? So it was pretty close. So it shows that we learn from these experiences. We don't let them get us down. It's a good life lesson, and we move on to the next event.
Definitely. I like what you said. We win together and we lose together. That's how we define the family, right? And I'm going to translate that a little bit in Cantonese, all right? 咁其實咧喺摩洛哥站嘅時候咧，發生咗一啲場上嘅事故啦，令到本來咧兩位嘅車手可以包辦冠亞軍翻嚟，但係我哋焦點唔係喺嗰個嘅場上事件，而係喺賽後咧，其實車隊之間咧點樣處理呢一件事。I'm just telling the audience that it's not about what happened on track, but it's about what happened afterwards, so that you could come out stronger and in strength。所以咧其實正話阿 Roger 所講嘅咧，就唔單止兩位車手嘅溝通有得學習啦，更加緊要嘅咧，其實就係車隊自己之間嘅 radio 嘅無線電溝通啦。工程師有嘢嘅時候咧，亦都可以舉手講啦。令到咧就係未來咧 BMW Andretti Motorsport 可以咧就係越嚟越勁㗎。We have the honor to have the official reserve and also test driver here. A round of applause to this lady here, please. Baiska. Baiska is a young, quick driver, and as the official test and reserve driver, what are your impressions to Formula E from the first few months?
So far it's been good. I mean, the car is performing well, so yeah, it's a pleasure to be working with the team and learning from them. And I got my first taste of the car in Saudi at the test after the race, which was a really good experience. And yeah, I hope we can continue like this.
OK， 咁bicycle 咧就喺12月嘅時候喺沙特阿拉伯開始嘅揭幕戰嘅時候就有機會落場試架真車啦。咁之前咧亦都咧就係喺個廠嗰度做過 simulator 嘅。亦都係一個相當之年青啦、快嘅女車手嘅。今日咧有個女車手嚟到啦，當然都要問一問佢啦。其實咧喺以下落嚟或者近年啦，好多嘅 women's motorsport 啦，亦都咧就係 on the rise 嘅。究竟佢自己點樣睇呢一件事咧 ？Well, women's motorsport is actually on the rise in recent months and years. Do you think there are going to be more and more quick female or lady driver coming up to the international scene?
I think in the future it's only going to be more and more women. Pretty much in every series where I've been racing my whole life, I was the only or one of the only women there. So yeah, it's cool to see that more girls starting now in karting and working their way up to Formula racing as well.
Do you think António is a great driver?
I think Mike is a great driver.
Yeah, okay. And that's the attention I'm going to turn to you. Talk about the historic win that you've got for the in Saudi Arabia. Debut win for the BMW Works team, also the first season in Gen 2 car. It was amazing, right? Can you tell us about the feeling? What went through your head when you crossed the finishing line?
Yeah, winning that race was obviously something amazing, but it's so much more than that day. You know, I've been with the team now for 2 years. It's my 3rd year now with Andretti, and you know, a lot of the people that are here today were also the same people that were here 3 years ago when I joined, and we went through the tough times together. And the plan was always to prepare ourselves for season 1. So having won round 1, I would say we did a pretty good job at that. You know, BMW obviously delivered a good package that would allow us to deliver. And but as a team that day, we did everything right, and we came out with a win. So after many years of poor results and struggling a little bit to come out like that, and when you have a plan and the plan comes together, it's a pretty cool feeling. So I was very happy with that one.
When everything comes to realization, it's just like a dream come true, right? 其實咧 António 啦係喺沙地阿拉伯咧係贏咗為寶馬嘅廠隊咧贏到 Season 5啦 Gen 2 卡嘅第一場冠軍嘅。但係佢正話嘅心情分享咧，其實就話唔係淨係今季㗎啦。因為其實喺3年前咧，佢已經咧就係同Andretti 車隊合作啦。喺3年以嚟咧，其實一直咧都係希望可以咧就為BMW 嘅 Works Team 嘅第一季，即係今季啦係努力。結果經過3年嘅努力啦、部署啦、準備啦同埋磨練之後咧，終於咧就喺揭幕戰第一場嘅賽事能夠贏到冠軍。對於佢哋嚟講咧，直頭係夢想成真啊 ！Well, the last question I would like to address to Roger. Let's move on and let's talk about the Hong Kong E-Prix. The attack mode. One of the things that that fascinating fans would be the attack mode. In every E-Prix there is something called attack mode. There are 8 minutes of 25 kilowatts more that the drivers can use. When you need to use the attack mode, you have to go offline and arm it, and then you time it, and then use it. Alright, so we are going to talk about attack mode. The attack mode is going to be located or situated at turn 6, where the observation wheel is. First of all, tell us about what can you play with attack mode, please?
So with the attack mode, one of the things is that we don't actually know how it's going to work until 1 hour before the race. So this was something that's been done deliberately to add an element of chaos, certainly to the engineering team. So what we find out is how many opportunities. You talked about the 8 minutes, but is that 2 times 4 minutes, 4 times 2 minutes, something else in between? So we don't quite know what's going to happen. So what it allows you to do, as you mentioned, you go offline. So basically you take a penalty to go faster. And the idea is that with the additional performance from the car, you should be able to obviously do a quicker lap time, but maybe make a pass or 2 on a guy ahead of you. But you have to decide when you want to use that. Here in Hong Kong, I don't think it's going to be quite such a penalty to go offline because it's on a tight hairpin. Speeds are going to be relatively low. But elsewhere, it's actually when we used it in Marrakesh, we were looking for a gap of around 2.5 to 3 seconds before we wanted to go offline, because that was potentially the loss. And the last thing you want to do is to go offline to get the attack mode and then give up a position, because then you've got to try and get that back. So one of the things we look at is where are we relative to the others. There are some technical advantages to use it perhaps a little bit earlier in the race than later in the race, just to do with the way the battery works. But we also look at, we have to use it twice, because by regulation, if we don't use it twice, we then get a penalty at the end of the race. So you've got to make sure you use it. But also you talked about arming it. So you have to arm it, and then you have to go through a series of timing loops, and you have to make sure you position the car correctly.
Yeah.
Because if you don't position the car correctly, you don't get the power. So, I mean, I'm assuming many of you have run, have played Super Mario Brothers. And if you don't drive over that turtle on the racetrack, exactly, you won't get the power. So if António doesn't go through the attack loop in the right manner, he doesn't get the power. So this is what we have to think about, and we're constantly talking to the driver. Maybe if there's a restart, we'd like the extra power at the restart, so we would consider going through the attack loop whilst we're behind a safety car, knowing that it's going to go green the next time by. Because then we have the extra power, because at that point you may actually use it to defend a position from the guy behind as opposed to attack one. So there's a lot of things going on in the minds, and one of the good things about having a driver like António and also Alexander, a lot of experience. So it's communication between the two of us about what is the right thing to do.
Yeah, both of your drivers are more experienced than Mario, so no worries, right?
I certainly hope so.
咁啊，正話啦，我哋講咧就係個進攻模式啦。咁啊 ，let me recap a little bit in Cantonese。簡單啲講啦，進攻模式咧其實就係今年 Formula E 嘅一個新嘅戰術模式嚟嘅。咁啊，由於今年嘅新車咧個途程更遠啦，唔需要換車咁啊，所以咧就加咗一個進攻模式。進攻模式咧就8分鐘嘅。咁啊，但係 Roger 都有講過啦，呢8分鐘入邊究竟係4乘2啦，2轉4分鐘啦，1轉8分鐘啦，定係4轉2分鐘咧？其實係要比賽前1個鐘先至知嘅啫。咁啊，所以咧令到嗰場比賽多咗好多嘅變數。咁啊，而如果你要用呢個進攻模式嘅話咧，同樣都要咧就係碌過賽道其中一個 offline 嘅位置。咁啊，通常啦走咗出去外邊嘅時候就比較麻煩啦，有人會可能入彎嘅時候俾人撞啦，有人出彎嘅時候就甩尾啦。以往亦都發生過嘅。咁啊，跟住之後咧都有其他狀況喎，譬如可能安全車之後啦，紅旗之後啦，咁啊佢哋可能咧就會用呢一個所謂嘅進攻模式咧攞嚟做防守㗎。Just like the last time when you were in Mexico, you timed it right to use the attack mode before the race start, right? Restart, before the restart. 試過就有啲車手就係用錯咗嗰個 attack mode 啦，結果就早咗用啦，咁啊結果之後咧就蝕咗場嘅。咁啊所以咧其實呢一個嘅模式咧喺今轉嘅比賽當中咧係相當之特別。咁啊仲有咧，如果係觀眾嘅話咧，好簡單嘅啫，你只要留意住咧就係架車上邊嘅車手頭部保護裝置，即係好似人字拖嗰個嘅 halo 上邊，你一着藍燈，咁你就知道咧佢哋係 attack mode 㗎啦。Well, I'm just reminding the audience that the blue light will glow when the attack mode is on. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your sharing. And now I would like to ask the three of you to stay on, to remain on stage, and let's take a group photo. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.